In any case, Hugo still has the sacrifice core. We should contact the mayor to plan our next move.
I low-key forgot that was why we were even after him.
A pleasure to speak with you again. Not long ago, I received a letter declaring criminal intent.
Sir.
Lycon, I know you don't want to place them in danger. I feel the same way. However, I believe they deserve to know the truth. That letter threatened to use a sacrifice to take vengeance against the entire city of New Eridu.
What?
As you know, the sacrifice's true power is a mystery and cannot be controlled if anyone attempts to use it as a weapon. Anyway, I'm not at liberty to discuss this matter any further. Please rest assured that we will handle things properly as the administrative authority of New Eridu.
What are you gonna do?
That's right. Master Proxy, please trust us.
So that'll be all for today. Goodbye for now.
Let's discuss how we're gonna investigate the Exaltists. Okay. We can investigate Bringer. The Commission's hasty closure of the case is a bit suspicious. We should definitely find Juyuan and get more information first. Okay. Alright, we're back at the station.
I'll have to work overtime to finish this mission. You're here!
Oh, sorry to interrupt then. I want to ask about Bringer. I already found it strange and wanted to investigate further, but there's been a lot of obstacles. It's as if there's a hidden force that doesn't want me to get involved in this matter any further. Sounds suspicious. Yes, but it could also be my sensitive position. As far as I know, after the case is closed, the items left behind by Inspector Bringer were all sent to Hollow Special Operations for processing. We'd love to investigate with you, but I've been busy. There's an organ trafficking case recently, and some other odd missing persons cases as well. Yeah, I might have overheard some of that. What? Can I not give Juyuan a tip on that? I mean, seriously, I feel like I kinda know about that. I'm not very familiar with Bringer, but I did help organize the things he left behind. Looking at it now, I guess it could be considered as his estate. I heard from other colleagues that Bringer had a notebook he never parted with. That sounds like a diary. I gotta get my hands on that. Oh, security boo. I once caught him in the bathroom secretly recording his to-do list for the next day with a tape recorder. Wow, he's just leaving tons of evidence behind. This guy's gonna be so easy to research. Hello, sir. I thought, okay, he came in once. I thought it was because he was injured in the Hollow or witnessed something terrible, but that operation was very successful. He rescued many citizens from the Hollow and emerged completely unscathed. How strange. Do you have any other info? I remember now. Seems like Bringer's had memory issues for a long time, always forgetting stuff. Back then, we even suggested he keep a diary. Oh, okay, that's why he has all that. All right. Oh, yo, we're gonna talk to Section 6. Let's go! Meowby!
Today's training.
You're here. We already found all of Bringer's belongings. I heard he had a notebook. Our colleagues have already listened to these tapes. Oh, they didn't find the notebook. They're just routine meeting minutes and similar recordings, nothing out of the ordinary. After carefully examining the special tape recording, you discover that there seems to be an encrypted message with it. But how can we decrypt it? We can try to crack it. Oh, it's this? That doesn't make any sense realistically, but okay. Wow. That was so hard. Oh my god. You did it. Looks like there's new content that can be played on the tape now.
Alright, let's get started.
Alright, it's playing.
I'm probably not getting out of this hollow, but at least this tape recorder still works. Let's say these are my last words. I gave away my anti-corruption equipment to save those civilians, so I'm not in good shape. Unfortunately, we came up against a horde of ethereals right after that. Luckily, I managed to defeat the ethereals, but the wounds and corruption I sustained in doing so should be fatal. I don't mean to cast the blame at all here, and if any of my colleagues ever pick up this cassette, I hope that nobody is ever held accountable. It's just human nature. Huh? Oh, what's that over there?
You hear a long, raspy, and creepy noise.
I've seen a miracle. Yes, right. So long as humanity is in constant conflict against the Hollows, we'll never be able to grasp true power. Only by embracing everything. It's the only way. Only by embracing this power can everyone survive. Oh, Creator!
What?
Please, grant me this!
Well, he did turn into a creature in our fight, the boss fight. The room is left in complete silence.
Are you okay, Jiyuan? Don't be so sad.
Thanks. I'm okay. It's just, even though we had our suspicions, now that everything is out in the open, I can't help but feel a little, well, at least now I know the reason why he changed.
What did Bringer see during the recording?
I saw the mission report from that incident. Bringer emerged from the Hollow unscathed, completely free from injury or corruption. Plus, I remember him rescuing a few civilians and walking out of the Hollow together with them.
But if that's the case, then it's at odds with the audio we heard. Which one is the true version of events?
Both.
It's possible that both are true. Like if Bringer actually met a real god that completely healed his body and helped him save the others.
And that's why his mood changed so much. Why he started believing the Exaltists. Because he witnessed a miracle.
That sounds like a reasonable speculation at this point.
But it still exceeds the limits of what we know.
In any case, it's a clue that ultimately points to the Exaltists. I'll keep pulling this thread and see where it leads.
Alright, Wise. You just stand around and do nothing, and I just always report back to you for— What the— How do you know I'm here?
We meet again, Master Proxy. I imagine you've already managed to gain some info from the conspirators. About some people who wish to use sacrifice to launch an attack on New Eridu.
Do you have a listening device on me? How do you know about that?
How do you even know about that?
Because I've been watching you this entire time. I know many things. But unlike those hypocrites, I'm willing to share info with you to show my sincere hopes of working together. I need to find Bringer's belongings. You've probably already guessed, but what Bringer left behind will be crucial for cracking the alleged sacrifice attack. Find it, and we'll finally know what they are after.
What do you mean by they?
Who do you mean by they?
The Exaltists, of course. They're always lurking whenever something related to sacrifice comes up. Actually, the Exaltists and I, we have a bit of shared history. But no more than that until you officially agree to work with me.
Oh dear. Fine.
All right,
Splendid. I like people who don't mess around. By the way, might I ask, you're not proficient at in-hollow combat, are you?
Oh. Yeah.
Nope.
You sure know everything.
As I expected. Not to worry. I mean, not even my darling Lord Phaethon can fight in the Hollows.
Huh? Wait, what did you just say?
Hang on. What did you just say? Your darling Lord Phaethon?
That's right. The best proxy in all of New Eridu.
Huh?
Lord Phaethon? Don't tell me you don't like him.
What?
It's not that I don't like him. It's just, it's a little complicated.
Did I, like, do a
Well,
commission
if it's
for
not
you
that
or
you
something?
don't like him, then that means you do like him, right? And I know exactly how you feel. My love for Lord Phaethon is really complicated, too. Great, you're a fan of Lord Phaethon, too. Relax.
What?
I'm with you as you make your journey, fellow fan.
Okay. You listened to her go about her love for Lord Phaethon for nearly an hour?
Oh my. Once I start talking about Lord Phaethon, I just can't help myself. I suppose that's all for today, then. I'll be in touch with more news.
But if we connect to Evo's, Vivian might recognize us. After all, she's our fan. Don't worry, have you with me? This is gonna be so awkward. Eos, you need to, like, change up your look or something. She's gonna be... Oh. Hi, Ambi.
Proxy, you're here too.
I didn't expect to run into you here. And who's this young lady?
Her name's Vivian. She's my friend. We're
Ambi, one of the Cunning Hare's most powerful members, and Trigger, an Opal Squad sniper. It's an honor to make your acquaintance. Let's prepare to enter the Hollow. Unless you have any further questions, we'll be taking our leave now.
You're going into a hollow? Proxy, you plan on going in like that?
Oh yeah, says myself! Ha ha ha!
Yeah, that's right. I've recovered quite a bit lately, so I don't need any protective equipment in the hollows.
Yeah, I don't want to beat Yost right now.
Huh. Aren't you that lady from before at the auction?
And she's here.
Hello. I didn't expect to see you again, young lady.
She's crying? What just happened?
Vivian, are you alright? You look depressed.
It's nothing. I just drifted off for a moment there. So then,
Don't worry. I'm not here to scam you. I'm waiting to meet someone.
Don't tell me. You're my contact for intel?
That's me. Ambi from Silver Squad, I presume? Pleasure to meet you. All right. I'm going to exchange some information with Miss Ambi here. So if you'll excuse me.
Sienna steps to the side with Ambi as they discuss something. Meanwhile, you look at Vivian with some concern. You aren't looking so good.
You're not looking so good. Everything okay?
I can tell you later, but not right now.
Okay, that's all the information I got for you. In return, I want you to do something for me. Take me into the Hollow. I left something very valuable inside. I have to find it.
Seeing as we were just about to go in ourselves, why not join us?
It's fine by me. But didn't you say you were investigating something?
It's fine. There's no rush. Right, Master Proxy.
Yep, there's no rush.
Huh? Yeah.
Okay, Soldier, Ambi, and Trigger. I haven't,
So,
done the
what
story,
is it
so
that
I
you all
don't
plan to
actually
do here?
know anything about Trigger.
We are here to look for something too. Something extremely important.
Recalibrating.
Whoa, what the?
My turn to ask
What just
questions.
happened to Zenless?
What exactly is
What?
it that you...
Alright, find your thing.
So, what is it that you're looking for?
A ring. I was excavating ether here before and accidentally lost it somewhere. Please, could you all help me find it?
Sure.
I'll go with you.
I'll stay here with her then.
Thanks, but you don't have to worry about me. I know it might sound strange, but I'll be so happy if my daughter grows up to be capable like you.
Do you remember the legendary artist mentioned by the host during the previous auction? Unrecognized during his lifetime, his works were discovered by art collectors after his death and became hugely popular. Sounds like quite the nice story, right? In reality, these art collectors are to blame for his death. These pompous big shots discovered his talent and even wanted him to craft forgeries of famous works. As someone as proud as him would never agree to such a thing. Not only did he refuse, he also wanted to expose their schemes. And some days later, he suddenly took his own life. I knew him. He would never do something like that. Those big shots silenced him. How do you know all this? Because that legendary artist was my husband, Mira's father. So who exactly are these big shots you're talking about? Given the circumstances, it's fine to tell you, it's the Ravenlock family. Proxy, may I speak with Miss Sienna alone for a moment? Of course. Alright, regarding the matter of finding the ring, I'm entrusting it to you. It's my wedding ring. It'd be extremely, extremely grateful to you. Why did she just hand off her wedding ring?
What's wrong, Vivian? You seemed worried for a while now.
I'm worried about Sienna.
You're worried? Oh my god. We live her for 1 second!
Her vital signs are gone.
What happened?
I guess this was her final scam.
What? Shortly before.
There's one thing I must remind you. Your time is running out.
I'm not sure how you can tell, but you're right. I'm going to die in here. That's my plan.
Why?
I'm very sick and don't have much longer. If I try to get treatment, it'll just be a burden on my daughter. So I scam my way through a bunch of physical exams and managed to take out a hollow corruption policy through Ravenlock Insurance. Once some time has passed, could you please take my corrupted body out of the hollow? It's only what the Ravenlocks owe me. A pity, yes. But it's the only way I can squeeze it out of them.
What makes you think that will help you?
I just trust you will. I'm just awfully sorry you had to get involved in this. If it's okay, could you also please pass a message to Mira for me? Tell her, don't worry. Even if Mommy's body is corrupted, withers away, and turns to dust, my love for you will always be there. Thank you. You're a good kid.
After saying this, Vivian falls silent for a moment. Yeah,
She
I
was
would be
betting that we'd help
really
her.
quiet and sad after
So,
something like
you were
that.
aware of this the whole time? Yes. Because I saw it.
Oh,
You might not believe me, but I've had this ability to see the future since I was a little girl. But the things I see are always something bad. Plagues, deaths, disasters. That's all I've ever been able to see.
It's all that kid's fault!
She's seriously jinxed.
I always try to avoid her. Otherwise, she'll say something rotten that ends up coming true again.
Prophecies, she says. Like she's not the one bringing the bad luck upon us.
It wasn't me. I didn't do anything. Sorry. I'm sorry.
What good is saying you're sorry? Things like this keep happening every time you open your mouth!
I just wanted to warn you all. I'm sorry.
after recounting the stories of her past, Vivian stays silent for a long time.
Every time. Every time it's the same. In the end, there's nothing I can change. Sometimes I even wonder whether it's me predicting these things, or if my very existence is manifesting these calamities.
It's not your fault.
Vivian, it's not your fault. You were just trying to be kind and warn them about impending disasters.
I can tell it's never been easy for you.
Thank you. No matter what. I just hope she finally gets to rest in peace. I hope no misfortune, whether I foresee it or not, ever happens to anyone.
I think it's about time.
We should take that lady out of the hollow.
Thank you.
She gave us the intel we needed, so this is the least we could do. I hope everything else goes well for you.
Trigger and Abby leave.
Master Proxy, is there anything you'd like to know? You can just ask.
About your prophecies of disaster.
These premonitions I see are not within my control, and they always come to me in a flash, like a flood of images in my mind. Most of the time, I see death, disease, accidents, and disasters. Of course, there are also some non-fatal mutilations, but every time, without exception, they end up happening. And I can never prevent or change them. That's all I have to say about it.
I mean, it's also a gift.
It's not a curse.
Thank you. Really? Well, it's getting late.
We still haven't found Bringer's stuff. What about this? Where's Bringer's stuff? Did you find it? Oh my god, Hugo, what are you doing here? Oh,
Is that all?
just out killing things. There's Bringer's notebook.
This
Finally.
is it. But I don't know what these markings on it mean.
We flip through it. ignoring the surrounding danger for some time until a shriek of an ethereal suddenly rings out nearby.
Well, hello, Master Proxy. It's been a while.
Why are you stalking
don't
me?
Give me that scandalized look. I did just save your lives.
I would have protected the proxy even if you hadn't appeared.
I'm sure of it, but I happen to be in the area.
I'm actually part of the Phantom Thief Syndicate, Mockingbird.
That's right. I was only able to slip in during the auction thanks to some help from Vivian backstage.
So you were only bidding on the collection so you could get backstage.
Don't worry, Master Proxy. We don't have any ulterior motives here. As you've probably heard, Mockingbird is a renowned Phantom Thieves syndicate in New Eridu that, despite its longevity, has managed to maintain the secrecy of its members' identities to this day. So, disclosing our identities to you is essentially the highest sign of good faith that a Mockingbird Phantom Thief can show.
I guess.
Your trust is most appreciated. Mockingbird's purpose is very simple, really. To form long-standing and cooperative relationships with outstanding proxies like yourself.
We need your abilities.
Before you make any decisions, please allow me to briefly explain the concept behind the Mockingbird Syndicate. We all know there isn't anything in this world that's fair. People from tops splurge on luxurious collectibles, while the poor have to gamble with their own lives just to get by. Of course, besides wealth, there's also an unequal distribution in this world of happiness and suffering. Somebody has to do something to tilt the balance of the scales. And thus Mockingbird was born. We take from those who have far more than they deserve and give it to those who deserve
Okay,
to
Robin
have.
Hood.
If you ask me, that's enough to be considered a form of justice.
I don't know.
You do have a point.
Thank you. I knew if anyone, you'd understand. However, aside from these philosophical considerations, we also have a crisis on our hands to deal with. As you know, the Exaltists are plotting to use the power of sacrifice to launch an attack on all of New Eridu. We can provide you with all the latest intel, and the most crucial part of this whole game, the sacrifice core, is currently in my possession.
That means I have no choice.
I think that makes this a highly competitive deal. We share the same goal for the moment, stopping the impending disaster from playing out.
I need some time to think about it. I don't think I need time. I don't think I have a choice.
How about this? If you still have misgivings about our upcoming cooperation, then why don't you bring Lycon along with you? Of course, you're welcome to bring some other friends along.
We got a deal.
Well, if you're willing to let my friends come along, then you've got a deal.
Great. It's a deal.
Oh, thank you. Fancy collectible.
Consider it a souvenir commemorating our first time working together.
For now, we'll carefully look through the contents of that notebook. I'll contact you if anything comes up.
After leaving the Hollow, Hugo and the others return to the video store. I'm playing as Hugo. This is weird. Since we're already at the video store, should we ask Master Proxy to recommend some films? My apologies, everyone, but I need to take my leave. Convenient social identity for various reasons. The title of Gallery Owner works quite well. Alright, I'll stay with Master Proxy for a bit longer. But Hugo, you've been oddly busy lately. You're not hiding something from me, are you? Well, surely before. Find the intermediary Cassie? What the hell is going on in New Eridu, bro? What? Meet with Hartman. This isn't gonna go well.
How about it? Will you work with me?
Nope, he's gonna end you.
Not bad. Let me be honest with you. I have the sacrifice core that you're after. I am Mockingbird.
So it's you. I never thought you'd be so bold as to come see me alone.
Relax, my friend. As you know, if I can sneak into such a heavily guarded auction, then naturally, I can just as easily slip away right now. I'm here with the sincere intention to seek cooperation.
Huh?
I can give you that sacrifice core.
And what do you want in return?
Wealth, glory, power. The things everyone else in the world wants, I want them too. And I'm confident that as the current heir to the Ravenlock family, those are all things you can give me.
Then you've certainly come to the right place. My family is working on a big project. If things come to fruition, Ravenlock's status in Tops will significantly improve. At which point, I'll be sure to leave a spot for you.
Mr. Hartman, I think you've misunderstood me. I have no intention of joining the Ravenlock family. In fact, I have an art gallery under my name that does pretty well for itself. I was hoping you could recommend me for Tops.
You want to join Tops? That's easier said than done.
Just answer me yes or no. I don't think either of us can afford to waste time.
I understand. Yes, you have my word. But in exchange, you'll have to give me the sacrifice core first.
Sounds like a scam.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I can't. I've already hidden it somewhere safe, a place nobody else but me knows. You don't want to put all your chips on the table when dealing with Tops. I know that far too well.
Then that means I also need to keep an eye out when working with the infamous Mockingbird, right?
Coming from a phantom thief who's never publicly revealed his identity, shouldn't that be sufficient assurance?
You do make a valid point there. In that case, you have a deal.
I appreciate your trust.
Why don't we celebrate our new partnership with a toast?
That's him! He's the one who killed Serena!
She was the only one who was ever any good to him, right? That's how he repays her?
Hugo, did you do all this?
Yes, it was me. I killed her.
Oh dear.
He admitted it! Father, he must be expelled!
He has no right to live under the same roof as us!
Why don't we reunite him with Serena then? Nobody would ever know.
Hugo, well done. My children, how many times have I told you before? In this world, only the most ruthless, cruel, and unscrupulous of people ever make it to the top. Like Hugo here, who was willing to murder his only true loved one without a second thought. Only someone with the means and the gumption to do that is qualified to be my heir.
But
It's all over now, and the results are obvious. The winner of this month's assessment is Hugo. As for the rest of you, go to the usual place for the punishment you deserve.
Oh, wow.
Father! Before this, I was #1.
As I've told you before, there's only room for one winner in this family. This is all for your own good. Do you understand?
Yes, I...
That really brought up some unpleasant memories. It won't be long. Soon, it'll all be over.
If you're not busy, would you mind taking a walk outside with me? Anywhere's fine. Why are we going out and why is she pouring her heart out to me? What is going on? We're gonna have a beautiful look at the world.
I only predict suffering.
Huh?
So, I was really happy when you said that my abilities weren't a curse, but a gift.
Yeah, like, really happy.
Thank you, Proxy.
You're welcome?
I'm so glad to have met you.
Oh dear.
I don't know why, but I feel completely at ease when I'm by your side. I feel like I'm free from judgment, from blame.
What?
Like, I don't need to worry about anything, and can just be my own true self.
Are we gonna kiss? What is going on?
By the way, you asked me before about Hugo. I don't really know much about him. He rarely ever talks about his past, but judging from his eye colors, You can guess he's probably the bastard son of a renowned family. I think his mother was very worried about his different colored eyes, and even wanted to get rid of him at one point. But then his family offered a huge price and bought him off his mother for some reason.
Oh.
And just like that, he moved from a leaky and drafty boarding room to a luxurious mansion. But he's also mentioned that the extravagant home is actually like hell for him. I think it's probably because the family treats him terribly. I digress. He ran away and ended up meeting Lycon and his master. After that, they formed Mockingbird together and experienced a rare period of happiness. Until Lycon's betrayal.
What's your take on Hugo?
So, I imagine I would still be wandering around now if I had never met him. To me, Hugo is just like an older brother. I've always felt as though he's carrying some heavy burden with him. Even though he may say some extreme things, Hugo really isn't a bad person. I think one day he'll tell me his secret.
After chatting for a while, you say goodnight to Vivian. It's getting late. Okay, we're continuing our investigation on Bringer alongside Vivian inside the Ballet Twins. Because for some reason, everything happens at the Ballet Twins.
It appears we're the first to arrive. This might sound weird, but it's nice to think about getting to work with you from now on.
Dude,
I
she
don't
has
really
like
know
a
why that makes
huge
me
crush
feel
on me
so
or something.
happy. It's because we're fellow fans!
Yeah, you're
For sure.
friend-zoning yourself,
Of
apparently.
course, Lord Phaethon is the greatest there will ever be. Hugo told me before that you're really skilled. And he said we'd get along great. Oh, by the way, would you like to come by my place if you have time later? I have a huge collection of Lord Phaethon merch.
Phaethon, Lord Phaethon doesn't have any merch out there, right? I mean, we don't even know what he looks like, for starters.
It's all my own original merch. Like screenshots of old internet comments. I print them out and turn them into postcards. Plus the avatars Lord Phaethon's used, the music playlists they recommend. I've organized it all. I'd love to show it all to you if we get the chance.
Oh, yep, cool.
Well, Hugo said he had some preparations to do before entering the Hollow. I wonder how that's coming along.
Meanwhile, Hugo's preparing for the upcoming operation in another part of Lumina. I'll take all of them in a bag, thank you. I'm super rich. Oh, Hugo. Are you preparing for the operation? Are you blind? Oh, by the way, thank you for joining us this time and lending your combat prowess. If you could also refrain from revealing our secrets to your dear master, that would be perfect. Alright, I'm short of time, so I'll be off now. Enjoy your shopping. I'm going to JC Pharmacy. You know what, Lycon? If I were in your shoes and foresaw an awkward encounter with a former partner, I'd choose to go away. Time is short, and this is the only pharmacy around. Besides, I don't see any need to avoid you. Oh my god, Lycon's just everywhere.
This is getting to be more than just a coincidence, don't you think? Or perhaps you are actually stalking me.
If I was stalking you, you wouldn't ever know.
Overconfident as always. You haven't changed at all.
We just make it a habit to check the state of our weapons prior to combat.
Thanks for that little reminder. I almost forgot.
I didn't expect you to let me join.
What else could I do? Master Proxy would have insisted on having you join us. I never expected for us to have a chance to enjoy some pleasant conversation like this. Without our weapons drawn, that is. It really has been too long. I still remember when we first established Mockingbird.
Indeed. That was a long time ago. Thankfully, Jack went in peace.
He must have known about his condition for some time. He even left us with instructions. Passing peacefully in your sleep is the most natural way to go. I'm happy for him. By the way, Lycon, have you given it any thought yet?
You mean about our guild for phantom thieves?
Yeah. It's time for us to build an organization of our own. Jack always supported the idea, didn't he?
I don't have any objections. But what should we call it then?
How about Mockingbird? It's a bird known for mimicking the calls
He had
of
this
others
plan
to
for a long
blend in.
time. He definitely had that
Same way
name
we don
planned.
high society roles for ourselves when we're out on a mission. Oh, oops. I nearly forgot. You're a terrible actor, and you're always flubbing your lines. I guess we can rule out that name then.
No, call it Mockingbird. We're always just putting on an act, aren't we? I won't slip up on our next mission.
I want Mockingbird to become a symbol, like the sword of Damocles hanging over everyone's heads, striking fear into the hearts of the rich and cruel whenever they hear the name. Just like Jack used to say, this world isn't fair, so that's why we have to influence it however we can, and change things in our own way.
But on the basis of not causing harm to other people's lives. That's also what Jack used to say. You remember, don't you?
Of course I remember. All right. I promise.
That sounded pretty forced.
I'm good for my word. Well then, today's the day that Mockingbird will officially start flying. Our first order of business, deciding on our symbol.
Looks like we're
Hey
all
everyone.
here.
Alright. Seems that Miss Ambi is the reinforcements recommended by the manager. Pleasure to meet you, I'm Hugo.
I didn't expect the coordinates in Bringer's notes to lead here.
What's coming?
I don't enjoy obstacles in my...
The generator room should be nearby. Over here.
Alright, let's do our usual
Master
thing.
Proxy, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but there's something wrong with the circuit. It seems to be blocked. I've seen diagrams for this type of circuit before.
Just leave the problem be.
Just leave that problem.
Belle, I just sent an image of a circuit diagram to your phone.
Thank you very much, Master.
Alright, thank you, Wires. You just need a dang phone. It's so easy around here. Oh, wrong way.
The circuit is fixed.
Wait up. Wait a second. It's all coming together now. Communicating with the outside world from within a hollow.
No.
I'm getting that circuit diagram. In theory, there's only one person who could ever do that. Could it be your Lord Phaethon?
Oh no!
Impossible.
She already figured it out!
There's no way. But then again, I mean, you're an incredible proxy, sure. And you're a good person. But could you really be Lord Phaethon?
Nope, wrong person.
Nope, really? But unbelievable. Lord Phaethon!
Oh dear.
I've been your biggest fan for years now! Goodness me. Lord Phaethon was right in front of me all along! Could you... I mean, if you're willing, could you please give me an autograph?
Sure.
Anything you want.
I've never made an autograph.
Anyone would be enraptured meeting someone they admire that much.
Yeah, if I ever met my favorite movie director, I'd be the same.
Ooh, we should keep movie director.
This isn't...
Say no more.
We got super off track.
The door's finally open.
Lycon, your fighting style wasn't so reserved in the past.
Wide open.
I've matured.
You call this mature? You're just being pretentious.
Are you tired? Do you need a break? Some food? Water?
Thank you.
You're blocked off by a complicated mechanism.
Master, a
Oh,
complex
Fairy,
mechanism
I haven't
has been
spoken to you
detected
like the
ahead.
entire quest.
To pass through, you need to activate all 3 smaller mechanisms. Suggestion, Split up and handle them simultaneously to save time.
Okay.
In that case, I'll protect you, Master Proxy.
Well, saw that one coming.
I can take care of one myself.
That leaves the last one to me, then.
You should go with Hugo.
What's that supposed to mean?
I don't know what's going on with you two, but you've been bickering the whole time. It's annoying.
Oh, what just happened?
Lord Phaethon, there are too many ethereals here.
Are you doing things for me? What's happening? Oh. What is this? You need to light up all the data. Oh! Oh.
Sure enough, Lord Phaethon and I share a deeper connection. Sorry.
You know what? I'm just gonna go along with all of it.
Somehow I'm fighting alongside Lord Phaethon. I'm going to wake up any second now, aren't I?
No way.
No, this isn't a dream.
Not only is Lord Phaethon incredible, but super kind. Sorry to keep babbling like this. I'm sure Anby will be able to manage, but as for Hugo and Lycon...
I'm sure these two are doing absolutely fantastic
So,
right now.
We have to cooperate to solve this problem.
That's a real shame. I know you've never fully trusted me, Lycon, even before it all fell apart.
Ah, here we go again.
You wanted to speak to me alone?
I know you and Hugo are as thick as thieves and don't hide anything from one another. But you can't tell him what I'm about to tell you.
Did something happen with him?
He bears a dark and painful past. What he was taught, the hatred he was faced with, everything he picked up. It's all become an integral, inseparable part of him. I believe that beautiful flowers can blossom even in the darkest abyss. But the roots of that flower would draw from evil instead of good.
Wow.
Hatred instead of love. It's a curse that flows through his lineage. A curse that fate branded him
You really
with.
think there's no saving
I've
him?
seen far too many people like that throughout this long life of mine. They struggle with this curse their whole lives. But they all end up failing in the end.
Do you mean Hugo's going to be a bad guy?
I don't know. I hope he'll always stay true to his heart. That he won't give in to hatred and ambition. But he has inherited the seed of evil. You cannot let it take root. I'm afraid I won't be there to help you. There's not much life left in this old body of mine. So then, Lycon, promise me now, you must hold his chain tight. To restrain him. To stop him. And when necessary, to choke him.
Wow. Hear strange noises coming from ahead.
That was loud. What's happening up ahead?
Hold on, everyone. I'll go check it out.
It's probably multiple ethereals attacking.
Vivian, you should go with them too. Keep an eye on Lycon, will you?
Vivian stumbles over Lycon as if in a daze.
So, how does it feel to be worshipped, Lord Phaethon?
Really weird. You had that figured out a while ago, didn't you?
You had that figured out.
Sharp as always. She has to figure it out on her own.
You asked Lycon and Vivian to leave for a reason.
Not only that, you asked Lycon and Vivian to leave for a reason. Is there something you'd like to say to me?
I can't keep anything from you, can I? I've always treated Vivian like my own little sister. Maybe it's just a coincidence, but she looks a lot like Serena. I think I mentioned it before. Serena was my half-sister. She passed away a long time ago. Vivian adores you. Whether you're Phaethon or just Belle. Of course, I also have a lot of respect for someone like you. Strong, fair, and genuinely kind. So I hope... I beg you, please keep her safe.
Hang on. What's that supposed to mean?
Think of it as the last bit of conscience I have left. Not even Vivian can agree with all my beliefs. One day we'll go our separate ways.
Your beliefs?
You probably heard from Lycon. We swore an oath when we started Mockingbird. We swore to use our own hands to right the wrongs in this world. But never, under any circumstances, would we take another human life. I stayed true to my words. Until my father, a man I hated, stood right before me. I could have ended his life easily, but I hesitated. I remembered that damned oath and their repeated attempts to convince me I didn't do it. Because of that, innocent people died. All because of him. If I'd killed him first, then none of those tragedies would have happened. People like him don't deserve to live. After that, I realized, sometimes, taking one life really can save countless others.
You should have told Lycon. He doesn't know. I understand where you're coming from.
Vivian has a good heart. I don't want her to get her hands dirty, but you know how it is. In this world, someone has to be the bad guy. So, I want to apologize to you.
Why apologize all of a sudden?
They should be back soon. Please, look after Vivian for me.
What is this? It looks like a cocoon.
Careful, everyone. If I'm not mistaken, that's a sacrifice in there.
It appears to be in hibernation. We don't know when it'll wake up.
If it does wake up, we'll be in serious trouble.
Wait, those spots Bringer marked in his notebook. Are you saying each one might have a sacrifice like this? That means there must be at least a dozen of them. These sacrifices may still be hibernating, but the fact that there are so many of them out there is terrifying. The Exaltists must have a way to revive them, and that's not all. These sacrifices can exist outside the Hollows. If they make their way into populated areas...
I'm afraid it will lead to a catastrophic disaster likened to the fall of the old capital.
We need to get rid of them.
Let's find a way to get rid of these sacrifices.
What the?
Thank you for helping me find this sacrifice.
It's that annoying old man. Why is he here?
I'd advise you to choose your words wisely, young lady.
Hugo, did you do this?
Ravenlock family. So it was you.
That face. Oh, I know you. I heard about what happened to your friend. Truly unfortunate. If only she'd been smarter.
It seems your goal was this sacrifice all along. You've been tailing us, haven't you? Keeping your distance so that I wouldn't notice.
As expected of a Wolf Thyran, you are very perceptive. That's right. All thanks to your ex-partner, we were able to carry out our plan smoothly.
Why?
My ex-partner?
Why would Hugo
I'm not
do this?
exactly happy being called that, but what he said is true.
What did this guy promise you?
What did you offer him?
Everything we know about the sacrifices plus the core itself.
But why?
It's simple. I want to climb higher. Mr. Hartman offered me a chance to join TOPS. Who could say no to that?
No. Impossible. You promised to help me investigate the Exaltists. You told me the whole point of Mockingbird was to do anything it takes to bring a little justice to this world. Was all of that just a lie?
You're just too gullible, Vivian. I also told you, everybody lies.
You. Wow. What a wonderful show of betrayal and backstabbing. Bravo! I've got no interest in your little feud. But would you all be so kind as to step aside? My men still have some delicate handiwork to do. To extract that sacrifice behind you.
Over my dead body.
I hope that sacrifice wakes up and kills you guys.
Done.
You've already escaped through the fissure with the sacrifice. You have to catch up. You can't let them have the sacrifice. They're getting away! Wait! Hartman's mercenaries are quickly dealt with.
Oh, you guys are such a pain. Hugo, stop standing around. Time for you to act. We had a deal. Give me the sacrifice core now.
Did we? I don't remember.
Let's go!
I imagine this is your favorite kind of entertainment. Watching allies betray each other, suspicion festering until it all turns to bitter hatred.
You. What's that supposed to mean?
I am loving the look on your face right now. Right when you think you've succeeded, I'm here to tell you it was all fake. None of it was real.
Let's go.
Let this pain sink in.
Okay.
It's karma for what you did to me back then.
Do what you need to do, Hugo.
You're insane. I have no idea what you're talking about.
You still don't recognize me, do you? Let me give you a little hint. My full name is Hugo Vlad Ravenlock.
Whoa, he's a Ravenlock?
You're part of our family?
I may be an illegitimate child, but I have the same blood flowing in my veins as you.
I know you. You're that bastard of his. Damn it. I could have sworn you were already.
My dear uncle, you were never worthy of your position. You have no claim to the Ravenlock lineage. You may have killed all of my father's other children, but sorry to disappoint, I'm still alive. I am the true heir to the Ravenlock family.
You're a bastard. You have no right to inherit the family.
That's not for you to decide. Master Edmund is very supportive of my claim.
Edmund? That's impossible. You weaseled your way into Top's inner circle?
Master Edmund doesn't care who achieves his goal. In other words, he'd happily let me take over the Ravenlock family, as long as I'm more competent than you.
This can't be! You don't know the family's real secret!
I know a lot more than you think, including everything that you've done.
Damn it.
This was all fake, right? I actually fell for it.
Vivian, everything I did was to rightfully inherit the Ravenlock family. That part is true. Now, I'm going to kill this man who stole what was never his. I'll make sure he can never be a threat again.
You can't kill him. We still need information from him on the sacrifices and the Exaltists.
You must be misunderstanding something, Lycon. Just like you chose the mayor, I chose Tops. At least for now, Tops has the same interests as me.
You know about the power struggle between Tops and City Hall. Those elites at TOPS would be only too happy to see the Exaltists plotting a grand attack on New Eridu using sacrifices.
That would severely harm the Mayflower's reputation and approval rating in New Eridu. And that's exactly what TOPS wants to see.
If that happens, countless people will die!
I'm sorry it has to be this way, but I have to do this. I'm going to get everything Master Edmund wants. Inherit the Ravenlock name, climb to the top. And then I'll be able to change everything for good. Someone has to do it.
Oh.
Is that all? It's about time you kneel.
What's happening? What was that?
Flip the switch. Keep focused.
Oh, it's this again. What is this? It just like slows down time. Come on, Lycon. Get some sense into it.
Off balance.
Out of my way.
Wide open.
All right, you got me. But too bad. I have my own methods.
What the?
What are you doing?
Well then, make your choice.
Man, this guy just plays dirty all the time.
Or your precious Faithin. I know you took it. Don't forget, I'm the one who taught you that.
Okay.
He's not gonna kill me. I'm an innocent person. He wouldn't do it.
Leave Lord Faithin alone.
Call his bluff. He won't do it.
What a shame. Did you really think I'd keep my promise? That's right. This is the real me. What's the matter? Thinking of killing me? Didn't you say all life is precious? Drop your foolish facade.
I knew it. You...
He has inherited the seed of evil. Do not let it take root.
What? No way! There's no... Yo, like on, yeah!
Go on, kill me. If you've got the guts, do it, traitor.
Oh my...
Master Proxy, are you okay? Are you hurt?
Was that... never thought things would take a turn like this.
Don't worry, I'm fine.
Lord Faithin.
I mean, I suppose Lycon had to do what he had to do.
I had no idea Hugo would do that to you.
It's okay, it's not your fault.
It's all right.
If only I'd noticed sooner. Hugo, he...
That's a hollow down there. If you need, I can arrange for someone to go in and search for his body.
That isn't necessary.
To be frank, I thought you'd hate him for his betrayal, Miss Vivian.
I do hate that he's keeping things from me, but all these years, Hugo's been like family to me. I believe he's still with us.
I just don't believe that that was the real Hugo. Perhaps he's still alive.
Me too.
I'm terribly sorry, but I must tell you, it is impossible for Hugo to be alive. My hand went through his heart.
Sorry to interrupt, everyone. But just so you know, Hartman's gone.
I'm sorry, I'll be reporting all of this to the mayor. He's not getting away with this. Well then, now that it's all over, let's head back.
Another obstacle out of the way.
Who the hell are
She's
you?
going to be pleased about this. May the Creator guide us.
Bruh, not another May the Creator.
Fear, suffering, despair, and destruction. That's the future I see. Lord Phaethon.
After exiting the hall, the Lycon takes his leave while Vivian returns to the video store with us, but for some reason she remains silent the entire way. Are you okay? With Phaethon, I'm fine. I'm just a little distracted. After what happened, you deserve some rest. And of course, Wise is scared for me as always. Classic. Always making my brother worried. Oh, well that means that was it. What a way to end. That was really good though. I did really like this one. I can't wait for the next part. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one. Bye bye.